Hello there, Pisces. Welcome to DragonTaleTarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your love and romance reading for the time of Venus in Gemini and in our current retrograde of Venus that we are experiencing. I hope you guys have been doing great. Always wonderful to see you here at the channel. If you're brand new, thank you so much for coming by. And if you are a new or returning subscriber, I am so glad to see you back again. If you have not yet done so, I always invite you to reach out there, hit that dragon-y subscribe button and join the dragon family. And also give it that dragon claw up by clicking the like button and let me know you enjoy this content. As always, Pisces, the first few quick notes before we get started that this is a general reading. It will not resonate with every single Pisces out there. So what makes sense to you, take that and leave the rest behind. This is mostly going to correspond with Pisces Sun, Moon, Venus, and Rising signs, and all Pisces cross-watchers are welcome to join us as well. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, would like any information on the card decks that I use in my readings, or would like to make a donation to the channel, all of those links and information are always down below in the description box. So Pisces, let's just talk about your astrology a little bit before we jump into the cards. You know, Venus is not in retrograde very often, and so when it is, that means it's in backwards relative motion to the earth, and it is, you know, bringing up a lot of review, especially around love, especially around relationships. Because it's in the sign of Gemini, it is about communication. This is so much to do with, you know, being able to communicate better, have better conversations, reveal our true selves to each other, and be very truthful in the way we speak and think with our romantic partners and really all of our partners, because Venus isn't just about love, it's also about our friends, our family, our co-workers, everyone that we interact with on a day-to-day basis. This is a more challenging cycle of Venus for you, Pisces, because Gemini and Pisces create a square to each other, which is a more challenging friction kind of energy. But the positive in a square is that it really motivates you forward. If you have put up with anything that isn't for your best in a past relationship or in a current relationship, you are definitely more likely to feel the need to say something, do something, to make the adjustments necessary to make it more positive. So Pisces, let's go ahead and jump into your cards. As I shuffle, we're just gonna, I'm gonna point out a few more things about the reading. So this is gonna be, you know, for all of my Pisces, singles, couples, people that are separated, people that are trying to work on reconciling, people that are leaving a relationship, anything. This is going to go for all of it. You know, sometimes more specific things will come out through the reading. They often do. But again, you know, take it as it fits to your situation. And honestly, even with my favorite readers, sometimes it's just not my story. So if it isn't yours, don't take it bad. It's just, you know, check in for the next reading and it might be more resonating to you. So this first card is going to be about the theme, about the keyword, what is coming up, you know, as the main, you know, overall feeling that's in your relationships and your love life right now. So Pisces, I'm just going to do a quick prayer for you to clear and bless you. So angels, divine beings of light, guardians, ancestors, helpers, and healers, please be with the Sun, Moon, Venus, and rising sign of Pisces as we do their love and romance reading for Venus retrograde in Gemini 2020. Please protect their energy as well as mine throughout the session and bring through clear, accurate messages for their highest good. Thank you so much. Oh, Pisces, I love this card. You brought up wonders. So to me, anything that's happening in your relationships right now is definitely meant to be, even if it's really hard, even if it feels so painful and you're like, how could that be for my best? Something is being revealed to you. Something amazing is around the corner from happening, because there is something magic around the corner. The crystal, you know, in that card we have the amethyst. This, to me, the amethyst is a beautiful card of healing. It really helps to break us free of any sort of addictions or codependency as well. So, amethyst is always a great stone to use for healing work. I'm a big fan of crystals and stones for healing and balance. So I love working with the amethyst. So let's pull a card from the Major Arcana to represent your energy, your persona, what you're bringing to the relationship, what you're embodying right now. All right, Pisces, so you might be a little bit on the fence about something. You could be, working through some difficult times because the Hanged Man is the Neptune card. Neptune is your ruling planet. And so, there is something of a sacrifice, something of, a difficult time, a little bit of a trial by fire that you may be in the middle of going through. This could also literally point to the fact that you're not completely through with one cycle of your life and not completely into the next phase. So yeah, you have to be patient through this. Sometimes, not always, but for some it could even be choosing between two different people that you like, and you're kind of pulled in two different directions. But for most of you, it just really represents a time of challenge, of inner struggle or inner spiritual work that you are doing. So your person, your partner or potential partner is coming through as the Lovers card. So, Pisces, whether you're single or not, this is really a lot of love being directed your way. There could be someone coming around the corner. There could be, something on the horizon. You may have just met somebody and you're going, how do they really feel about me? But with the Lovers, it's pretty positive. I would also say, yet again, the Lovers card is ruled by Gemini, and that is where Venus is right now. So this is so much about good communication. And if this feels like it should be flipped, like if you feel like you're more the one that's representing the Lovers and they're more the Hanged Man, feel free to flip that, because with energy it's fluid and sometimes one resonates with us more than the other. So let's go ahead and jump into your love story here, Pisces. I'm going to be using the Tarot of Dreams for this particular reading, and I'm just going to start out with your feelings about this relationship. If there is a person involved, how you feel about them, and what you're going through right now. Okay, Pisces. Oh my goodness. So, Six of Swords. You are really focused right now on moving away from drama, from chaos, from emotional pain and difficult times, and moving towards the calmer waters here with the Six of Swords. Over top of that, we also have the Seven of Cups, and to me it's interesting because, like I said, some of you guys out there might be having to make a choice between more than one person. You might be just like, or maybe you're dating and you're going, oh, I've met a couple of people that I really like and now I gotta choose, because Seven of Cups can feel a little bit overwhelming, the emotional overwhelm feeling, where it's like, I've got so many different things that I could choose from and I'm not sure which way to go. So right now you're really focused on this. It's like, let's just move away from the pain, from the chaos, from the fighting, from anything. If you're in a situation where you're trying to work through some challenging times with a relationship situation, that's really where you're at. You just don't want to fight. You really don't. And you do have options, in front of you. So it's like, if you're in a situation that's really negative or really difficult, you actually do have a lot of options as to what you could do next. And it's really, truly up to you whether or not you take those choices. So let's see what comes up for your partner, a potential partner, and see what they're feeling. Okay, Pisces, so the person that is really, the one that you're thinking about, the one you're here for, there's a patience element here with the Seven of Coins. You might be really going through some challenges or some struggles, and they are really patiently waiting for those things to play out. You know, like it says right here, see, it's like the fruit is going to drop in the basket. There she is, waiting and, you know, patiently to see what comes, and knowing that there will be that fulfillment. The dog sitting there to me is a spirit of loyalty. So, you know, this could as well, you know, embody you, because, you know, many times we do mirror each other, but there's definitely overall, it's a feeling of patience, stability, moving to a more calm, serene place. Nine of Cups is on top of that Seven of Coins. So it's like, this is to me just waiting and being patient for that wish fulfillment, knowing that those good times are going to come, knowing that the fruit, you know, it's kind of interesting, right? Because we have her waiting, you know, on the fruit from the tree to ripen, and the Nine of Cups shows us the fruit has ripened, shows us that, you know, that fulfillment has come full circle. So guys, let's go ahead and pull into the energy of, you know, the positives about this connection. Whether this is something you're already in, someone you just met, or someone you're hoping to meet. Let's see what the good stuff is. What brings you together? Well, Three of Cups is a very positive card. So this is a situation where you might have met through mutual friends. You know, sometime when you were just out and about with your own friends, there could have been like a chance encounter, but overall, this is a very celebratory energy. If you are a single Pisces and you're, you know, kind of looking for that, I would say, you know, going out with your friends, being around, you know, places where, you know, you can just kind of relax and just have a good time. That is definitely favored. The World card is also here. So to me, this really represents a couple things, and it depends on your personal situation, but the World is always, you know, that, you know, beautiful closure, beautiful culminations, and things coming to a fulfillment. So it's like, you know, the end of the cycle. So you may really feel, you know, you're ready to meet the one that it's going to be it. You're not going to settle for anything less. You want the one you're going to be with for the rest of your days. You know, and if you're in a situation right now, there's probably that feeling of, you know, this is it. This is the one. And Pisces, if you're one of the fishies that is choosing to get out of a relationship, the closure is there. You're come full circle. So it's very strong energy. So let's look at some blockages. Let's see what the challenges are. What kind of difficulties are coming up in these relationship situations for my Pisces. Ooh, Pisces. So to me, there we have the Chariot. So, you know, there's a lot of learning and growing that needs to happen to bring this to fullness. So these are the challenges, right? And over top of it, we have this Ten of Swords. So to me, that is always a situation where something has really come full circle. That is definitely the feeling, because both the positives and the negatives are bringing something full circle. The Ten of Swords is the end of a really difficult, you know, challenging period of time. Could have been very painful, a lot of struggle, mental anguish, fear, anxiety, all that kind of stuff. But the Chariot says it's time to learn, it's time to grow, it's time to balance. That is what the challenge really truly is. If this is something you're trying to reconcile, it's like you really got to learn from each other and grow past the old pain and the difficult, you know, experiences. This could have been a lot of bad fights, you know, and a lot of just you know, really sharp words that need to be healed, because it really brought up those sensitive feelings with the Cancer energy of the Chariot. But this is all about learning, growing. It's like, and if you just can't move past this, it's kind of time to get out of it. And it really is up to you on how you handle that personally. So Pisces, let's see what the best approach is. Okay, Pisces. So I think that you really have to look at what you feel is missing in your life a little bit, because that Four of Cups, you know, he's sitting there kind of dreaming about, you know, this missing cup that he feels. He's like, look, I have 3 here, but if only I had that one, you know, things would just click into place. You know, there's a couple ways to read this card to me, because sometimes this just means you're feeling kind of taken for granted, or maybe your partner's feeling taken for granted, and you really want to pay attention to the good things that are already there. But it's also a way of saying, you know, it's like if there's just something that you truly, truly need at deep core level in a relationship, and you just keep coming to them and just not getting it and not getting it, and you keep saying, here's what I need, here's what I need, here's what I need, and it just doesn't happen, then you really have to look at this. But overall, it has a beautiful, you know, clarifier here with its 6 of Swords. Not 6 of Swords, sorry, 6 of Wands. Very fiery, very victorious, very triumphant. I really believe that when you know, pull into that and you kind of meditate and ponder on that energy, that there is a good outcome. You will see clearly what it is that you need to feel successful and to feel like you really achieved what you meant to. So let's get a potential outcome on all of this. All right, Pisces. So 9 of Wands. I think that there's going to be, you know, finally a relief to a lot of these very difficult situations, because you have been fighting a hard battle. You have felt very defensive, very worn out, very exhausted. This is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. So that's a beautiful manifestation of something very solid, something very real, a real blessing from Spirit. So my feeling is that you're gonna put down that fighting. You don't want it. You do not want to argue. You do not want to struggle like that anymore. You know, you're ready for more peaceful times. You're ready to really embrace your center of grounding and stability and security, no matter how that plays out with your partner. It's really very much about you seeking your own balance, your own best life. So let's pull some cards from the Romance Angels. Let's see what they have to say about this reading. All right, guys. Ooh, that's very strong confirmation on this. So religious factors first came out. There could be some big differences between you and your partner or potential partner, whether it's, you know, different spiritualities, different backgrounds, different language or cultural barriers, you know, different, you know, big age differences, things like that, where people are like, you can't be together, you're not the right da-da-da, and it's a challenge. So this is really saying, you know, don't focus on those, you know, external factors or things that seemingly divide you, because that could just really be, you know, kind of like this, a little overwhelming, a little bit too much on the surface, right? Look beneath. Retreat comes up. So it's time to disconnect from the world a little bit around your love life, Pisces. You know, it's good to be with your friends. Like I said, it's good to go out and enjoy yourself, but it's really also very important for you to have time to yourself, or maybe time with the person in question, to really, you know, shut out the other voices or the people that are maybe potentially dragging the relationship down or saying negative stuff about you guys, and really feel the energy that is pure and true between you. And Pisces, love yourself first. That is coming through very, very strong. Like I said, in that outcome card, it's like you're ready to put down the defensiveness, the fighting, the tiredness, the exhaustion, and take good care of yourself. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. Yes, when you put out that vibe that you take care of you, you love yourself, and you will not accept less. That is so important. So let's bring up a affirmation card from the Making Magic deck. Let's see what your last word of advice is. And Pisces, we have the star, which is a beautiful blessing. To me, this is saying, you know, that whatever you're going through, it's like, you know, it will get better. The star card in the tarot is always super positive as well. The silver energy of the star brings good luck and serendipity, which is those, you know, unexpected, positive, lucky circumstances that we can't always even predict. So Pisces, these were your love messages coming through for this Venus retrograde, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of this Venus cycle, and I will be seeing you again very soon. Take care.